Let us derive an equation for electromagnetic wave in terms of Maxwell's equations. For that, we have considered two of the Maxwell's equations, one in terms of magnetic field vector and in terms of electric field vector. Curl of H is equal to current density J plus dou by dou T of the flux density D. That is taken as equation 1. Curl of electric field vector E is equal to minus dou by dou T of magnetic field vector B. That is taken as equation 2. We know that the flux density D can be expressed in terms of electric field vector E with the permittivity of the given material medium, and magnetic field vector B is equal to permeability of the given material medium with the strength of the applied magnetic field. From equation 1 and 2, substituting for D in equation 1 and substituting for B in equation 2, we can rewrite equation 1 and 2, that is curl of H is equal to J plus dou by dou T, epsilon I have taken it outside, dou by dou T of E. Curl of E is equal to minus mu dou H by dou T, which I have taken as equation 3 and 4. Now we will proceed with equation 4 because there is only one term in the right hand side of the equation 4, whereas in equation 3 there are two terms. So this is simple compared to equation C. So let us proceed with equation 4. Now let us take curl of E, means let us take curl of equation 4. Taking curl on both the sides of the equation 4, we can write curl of E is equal to minus mu dou by dou T of curl of H. Have taken curl of left hand side and curl of right hand side. And there is a rule that curl of any curl of a vector, curl of a cross product of a vector is always equal to divergence of dot product of that vector, that is del of del dot E. Dot product del of or divergence of dot product of vector E minus del square of the vector field E. This is a standard rule. So applying that rule, curl of a cross product of vector E is equal to del of or divergence of dot product of vector E can be expressed in terms of the charge density in a volume V. The charge density enclosed in a volume V by epsilon. That is, we know that one of the Maxwell's equations says that divergence of D is equal to the volume charge density rho V. And we also know that D can be expressed in terms of E, that is epsilon into E. So del of or divergence of epsilon E is equal to rho in a volume V, or divergence of E is equal to rho V by epsilon. The same thing I have substituted here in the place of divergence of E, minus del square of E. Taken this as equation 6. Now using equation 5 and 6, we can write divergence of, substituting this part right hand side of the equation 6 in the equation 5, left hand side of the equation 5. Divergence of the volume charge density by epsilon minus del square of E is equal to minus mu dou by dou T of curl of H. Now mathematical simplifications and rearranging the terms. Divergence of rho E by epsilon minus del square of E minus mu dou by dou T, and we know that from equation 3 curl of H, here we are using equation 3. We proceeded with equation 4, now we are making use of equation 3. According to equation 3, curl of H is equal to J plus epsilon dou E by dou T. So I have, in the place of curl of H, I have substituted from equation 3, and rearranging the terms. Rearranging the terms, we can write del square E, this I have written here, del square E minus mu into epsilon dou square E by dou t square is equal to del of rho v by epsilon plus mu dou j by dou t. This is what we call it as equation for electromagnetic waves in terms of Maxwell's equations. The left hand side or the left hand terms are the characteristics of the wave equations. We know the characteristic properties of the wave equations. So left hand side represents the characteristic properties of the wave equations, whereas right hand side represents the source which are responsible for the fields. Means the sources which are responsible for electric field and magnetic field, the charge density and the current density. These are the two sources for the electric field and magnetic fields of electromagnetic waves. So this is the equation for electromagnetic waves. So continuing with the static field, see, for free space we know that mu becomes mu naught, epsilon becomes epsilon naught. For free space there are no charges and hence there is no current. When there is no current, we can write the volume charge density is equal to 0 and current density is equal to 0. Substituting this in the above equation, we can write del square E is equal to mu naught into epsilon naught dou square E by dou t square. This is for free space. And the previous equation was for any given material medium. Okay. So now what we can understand from this equation 8? From equation 8 we have del square E is equal to mu naught epsilon naught dou square E by dou t square. Comparing this equation with the classical wave equation in the differential form. You have come across wave equation in the differential form, right? Del square y is equal to 1 by v square dou square y by dt square, where y is the displacement vector, v is the wave velocity. So comparing this equation with this, we can write 1 by v square is equal to mu naught into epsilon naught. I have taken the coefficient of dou square E by dou t square and here the coefficient of dou square y by dou t square. So 1 by v square is equal to mu naught into epsilon naught. And we know the values of mu naught and epsilon naught for free space, right? For free space, mu naught and epsilon naught values I have substituted here, and here 1 by v square is equal to mu naught into epsilon naught, and we know that the velocity or the speed of electromagnetic wave is taken as c. So 1 by c square is equal to this, or c is equal to 1 by root of mu naught into epsilon naught. Substituting the values of mu naught and epsilon naught for free space, we are getting c is equal to 2.998 into 10 to the power of 8. That is close to 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meters per second. This is in good agreement with the experimentally measured values of C in free space for electromagnetic waves.